going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have an awesome video for you that I've made. I've been looking for the last 4 or 5 months on ways that I can run Linux and have VS Code and actually be able to code using only my Android device. Today I'm going to show you how with a Samsung device you can run VS Code locally and be able to update and view your code without ever needing a computer. Okay guys, so the first thing you want to do is open up the Play Store and search Termux or Termux, and this is basically a terminal for your Android phone. So we'll install that right now. And okay, so now we got it onto our home screen. We'll open that up, and I'm going to pin this to the taskbar just so I can get it easier. Okay, so apt-get update and apt-get upgrade -y. And we'll let that install. Upgrade. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is install wget and proot. This will allow us to be able to get the Ubuntu distro onto our Android phone on this Termux app. So now that that's installed, we're going to upload proot. Okay. Next, we need to paste in the step. I haven't gotten git yet, so we need to do apt-get install git. Okay, now that we have git, we're going to git clone the Ubuntu folder. Now keep in mind I am fast forwarding. These may take a lot longer depending on how much RAM you have on your phone. So now that we have ubuntu-in-termux onto our computer, we cd into that, and we can see that we have the ubuntu.sh. So now we're going to give ourselves permission, the execution permission on this Ubuntu. Okay, so now we're ready to run the ubuntu.sh-y. Yes. And now we can start Ubuntu, and we're there. We can have Ubuntu running on our Android device through this Termux. So now we're in. It's a root at localhost. Okay, so now we're going to do the apt-get update so that we can install git, npm, node, and things like that. Okay, now we can get wget, npm, do node, and git. I'm going to fast forward. This one will probably take the longest to install all these. When you hit this, you hit Y, yes. Okay, so now we're going to get the geographic area question, and there you just choose where you are. You can do 12. I didn't see that one there. That makes it a little easier. And then for me, I'm in the mountain time, so I did Denver. And then you can continue, and it'll keep going for a little bit. Okay, now that that's done, we have git, npm, wget, and node installed. Now the next step is we're going to get VS Code installed onto our Linux Ubuntu distro. So these, it took me a long time to find these, but after lots of research I was able to find a few different people that have managed to get it running in different ways. But I had to piece them together to be able to get them working at the current time. So we're going to go one by one through these. Now we're going to untar that tar package VS Code, and that'll allow us to be able to run it. Similar to unzipping something, sort of. Now we're going to remove that tar and we're going to move into our bin folder, these next two steps. And I'll post these in the description so you can be able to copy and paste these easily without having to pause. Okay, now that we got that moved over to the bin, we can run the code server. This is where it gets exciting. So as you look here, there's a password, and that is, you can change that if you want, as well as the localhost port number, but I'm just going to keep it like that. And we'll put localhost right here, and then we're going to paste that password. It's just right here, localhost 8080. And then we're going to paste that password that we copied right into this enter server password input right there. Enter IDE. Check it out. Code server running VS Code on a Linux distro inside of Samsung Dex. Now here it has basically everything that you would normally have on a Linux computer or Mac or Windows. Now here I'm going to go ahead and change this so I can add it to my home screen and make it more of a web app application rather than inside of the browser with the URL. So there it is. We'll open that up. Check this out. We got a progressive web app, VS Code. Now I'm going to see what we can do with it. I'm going to download one of my favorite themes, New Moon. We'll install that. And when you reload, you still have to go to the settings right here and change it. And then that will adjust it. Now I thought it looked pretty dark, so I'm going to go through these and just see which one is the best. I think I like the solarized dark. I might go with that one. Yeah. And you can download any theme that you want, or change it on your own in the settings. Now these are all the things that you would see in a normal VS Code. All the shortcuts. I haven't tested them all out, but they, right now I'm going to do the control backtick. And there we open up the terminal, and we can have as many terminals as we want in here. I don't like the SH, I'm going to change it to bash. So I'll open a new one and then close this SH one. Okay, I'm going to make a directory of projects, and I'm going to cd into that. And then let's see if we can clone a repository on GitHub. This is one I made. It's actually my website, develoquent.com. Okay, seems like paste doesn't work, so I'm just going to type it out. Maybe you can get that to work, but I wasn't sure how. Okay, now that we got that cloned, we're going to open that up. And you can see I have all the components that I've made. This is a React.js with Node backend. And you can see I have, all my front end pages, JSX, instructor, everything in here, so I can update these and I can push to GitHub. This is the setup that I'm using. I have my Note 10 Plus. It has 12 gigabytes of RAM, and it's connected on this 10.1 design clip, and that's all run through just a USB-C, and I have a dongle right there, as you can see. All you need is a HDMI to a USB Type-C, and you can run Samsung Dex on any monitor or TV. For me, this is a touchscreen monitor, so it's really nice because I can scroll and pinch and I can open things just with my finger. But let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this setup? Do you think it's doable to code on VS Code with a Samsung Dex setup like this? What's really nice about this is you can open up Termux and open up your Linux and run code pretty quickly. And if you need to use your phone, or if you get a call or something, you can just close VS Code or unplug it from your Samsung Dex, and you can answer the call or make text messages, and you can just hop right back in. And another thing that's really nice about this, you don't actually need to have a graphic user interface app to be able to look at this Linux that you're running in your Termux. You can do that, but it takes up a lot more of your phone battery as well as your RAM. So this way is nice because you can still be inside of your Samsung Dex and have VS Code running without having to take more RAM. Okay guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to try and upload at least once a week, if not twice a week. And I'm going to be making more coding videos, coding for beginners, setups, and different things like that. Make sure you leave your questions down in the comments if you run into